Millions of Generation X Americans, aged roughly 44 to 59, are facing a retirement nightmare. In this video, we'll look at why so many Gen Xers aren't financially ready to retire, what's fueling this crisis, and how they can turn things around, even if time is running short. The hard truth is that Gen Xers, on average, say they need about 1,100,000 stashed away to retire comfortably, yet expect to have only just over 600,000. That's a $500,000 shortfall, which is actually larger than what baby boomers and millennials predict they'll face. And more than half of Gen X, about 54%, fear outliving whatever savings they do manage to accumulate. Many have labeled them the lost retirement generation. Let's talk about how it got to this point. First, the top 5 reasons Gen Xers are woefully underprepared for retirement. Reason number 1, the shift from traditional pensions to 401ks. Many Gen Xers were the first to shoulder the responsibility of managing their own retirement funds. There were no autopilot features early on. It was all do-it-yourself, and a large portion of this generation missed those critical early years of systematic saving. Reason number 2, lack of financial planning. Almost half of Gen Xers haven't done any real retirement planning. This group is less likely than baby boomers or millennials to work with a professional advisor, with only 27% seeking professional help. The third reason is fear of the stock market and high cash holdings. Gen Xers are holding, on average, 35% of their retirement assets in cash or cash equivalents. Around 64% admit this is due to fear of market volatility. Keeping that much money in cash, especially for a multi-decade retirement, means your money isn't growing to outpace inflation. Reason number 4, concerns about Social Security. Running out. Around 43% of Gen Xers intend to claim Social Security early because they're worried the program may simply stop paying out in full. For many, that early claim results in smaller monthly checks, lowering lifetime benefits. Reason number 5, the rising cost of living and economic uncertainty. Economic uncertainty can cause people to scale back on retirement contributions or dip into savings prematurely to handle emergencies. So, by the time Gen Xers realize they need more money stored away, it can be too late to build up that nest egg comfortably. Meanwhile, over half of retired Gen Xers, about 53%, worry they might have to return to the workforce just to cover bills. The generation right above them, boomers, sits at only 20% with that same concern. And with the oldest members of Gen X now approaching their 60s, the margin for error is razor thin. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are practical steps Gen Xers can take. Here are 5 potential solutions. First, engage in proper financial planning. Even if you've put it off for decades, it's never too late to start. Talking to a financial professional can provide clarity about how much you need, how to invest, and how to manage taxes and expenses. The second solution, automate and increase contributions. If you're still working, maximize your 401k or any available employer-sponsored plan. Some companies will match contributions up to a certain percentage. Not taking advantage of that is essentially leaving free money on the table. Solution number 3, diversify investments. Beyond cash. While holding some cash for emergencies is smart, parking 35% or more of your retirement savings in cash severely limits your growth potential. Gradually shift to a diversified portfolio that might include index funds, target date funds, or other options that help spread out your risk. Solution 4, delay Social Security. When possible. Yes, many Gen Xers worry Social Security will run out of funds. Still, claiming early just to get it while you can often results in much lower monthly payouts for the rest of your life. If your personal circumstances allow, consider working a bit longer or using your savings to cover the gap so you can delay claiming benefits. Solution number 5, rethink lifestyle and work options. If retirement looks unattainable in your early or mid-60s, consider partial retirement, transitioning into freelance or consulting work, or simply working longer at a reduced schedule. Another approach is downsizing your living expenses, moving to a smaller place, cutting back on non-essentials, or relocating to a region where the cost of living is lower. It's easy for people in this age bracket to feel overwhelmed and assume it's too late. But remember, even small steps have a cumulative impact. Gen X still has time to rectify some missteps and build a more stable future, but it requires action. Delaying or ignoring the problem won't fix it. The message is clear. Start planning. Adjust your strategy to preserve and grow your wealth, and consider professional guidance if you're unsure. Meanwhile, if you found this information helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to The Smart Retiree for more insights on how to safeguard your financial future. Take control of your retirement because the choices you make now will shape the life you lead later.